Now, what are we going to do? I point out that we have a glass cylinder with a cork stopper below and a cork stopper above, and through each cork stopper is a metal rod that is pointed. Do you see that in there, Andrew?
Yeah.
Andrew? Right. And this rod here is also pointed, and they have some separation. In addition, there is a glass tube entering the lower stopper. You see that?
Yes.
And I am going to blow some smoke in there from a cigarette so that the chamber gets filled with smoke. Now, smoke contains many particles, some charged and some uncharged. Those that are charged will certainly take some direction to positive or negative, right? Depending upon the charge they carry. And those that are not charged may be charged because of the nearness to the electric field at the end of each rod. So let me now light a cigarette, a matter which does not appeal to me very much because cigarette smoking, we not agree that it has no good effects on humankind, right? Cigarette smoking, but notice how difficult it is for me to do this. Incidentally, why do I take off the upper stopper? Why do you think?
To let air in.
No.
To put the smoke in.
No, I'm going to put the smoke in down here.
So it'll stay.
Well, not quite. Now watch it and think about it. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson is closing the upper. Do you see that if the upper stopper were in, would it not be more difficult for me to drive air in? Now I'm going to turn on the electrostatic generator, the Van de Graaff generator, and we have one connection to the upper terminal, and the lower one is grounded, so that there will arise a great difference of potential, several thousand volts, maybe 100,000 volts between those 2 points. And we want to see what happens. Watch it now. Watch. Watch. Do you see? Do you see? Did something happen?
Yes.
Did you not see great turbulence arise? And notice, is not the smoke all gone?
Yes.
That's fantastic. The smoke is gone. I'm going to do that again. Why? Because it is useful for us to see. And are you not agreed? This could be used in great factories where smoke belches out of their smokestacks, and thus save the people from being flooded and buried and smothered in the gases from the chimneys, right?
Yes.
Do you see the usefulness of this? Wait, Mr. Anderson. Thank you. Notice how dense the smoke. Thick, murky-like. Indeed, my own city of Los Angeles is suffering very much. And it's likely that all the cities of the world will suffer in the same way if some effort is not made to abate this nuisance. So now let me... I can't see it, Anderson. You're hiding it from me.
Can you play the monitor there?
No, yes. Notice that. Notice. Isn't it wonderful how that cleared up?
Yes, very good.
I say that's very dramatic. And so we have some usefulness arising from these experiments, which one would say have little usefulness and little purpose. Isn't this a remarkable thing to see?
Yes, yes.
Now remember, I have not answered all the questions that would arise if we were to explore this subject more deeply, but are you not agreed you can do this with your classmates and with your teacher?
Yes.
See, why did these things happen? You must look into it very circumspectly.
Where did this smoke go?
That's the best question yet. Where did the smoke go? I have the choice of answering it or not answering it.
Did it just disintegrate?
No. I don't like that disintegrate. But you know my philosophy from having seen me on other programs. What do I do mostly with questions that are asked of me?
I haven't seen you before.
Oh, you have? Say, young man, this is absolute treason. Have you seen me, Andrew?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
We haven't
Notice
got
this
TV.
man nearly gave me another heart attack here. But anyway, let me talk to you. I'm not going to talk to him anymore.
We haven't got TV, Professor.
Oh, you haven't got TV? Oh, well, I understand that then. I'll forgive you this time, right? So, when the question arises, should I answer the question or should I not? What is my philosophy?
Usually leave it to think.
Thank you, sir. You are of my mind and heart, and I wish you great success. So you better take this up with your teacher. Because if I answered the question, then you won't think about it anymore. And what is my ambition? That you think about it. Right, very good.